So tip number one is to see yourself as an artist. This is like the key, because I feel like if you just view things from the traditional perspective of a producer, you just have too much of a limited perspective, or at least let me just speak from my case. I was just thinking way too limited from the perspective of a producer, and it doesn't mean that I still don't do stuff from the perspective of a producer or do things that producers do. It just means to think of your opportunities in terms of like an artist, and think about things that artists do and think about how you could do it. It's like artists sell features, for example. You could do the same thing if you get a little bit of motion on one of your DSPs like Apple Music or SoundCloud or Spotify. You could sell collabs, but those will really be like selling features, right? You could tour it, but like you could do DJing instead of like rapping type stuff, and you could even get into rapping. You could get rappers in on your stuff like Khaled or Metro be doing, whether you want to pay for them like Khaled does or just do it through connections the way Metro does. However you want to get it jumping, it's just like think about opportunities more from the perspective of an artist instead of just like limited the way producers like traditionally do. Okay, so number two is to stop judging your music, because for one, that just makes you like a hater, because if you judge your stuff a lot, you're gonna judge other people's stuff a lot, and we talked about that in the last video. But also, your music just doesn't have to be good, really. It's really just about if people fuck with you, really. Like, it's good to have good music. I will always say that. Like, that helps a lot. Like, that's like part of the product is music, bro, so that definitely helps. But like, I'm sure if you know what goes on in this landscape, you know what I'm saying, if you're just really tapped in, you know, like your music does not have to be that good. Like, you don't have to be Beethoven, you don't have to be like a musical genius type shit like James Blake or something like that. So it's really key not to judge yourself, because for one, it just doesn't have to be perfect, and for two, it'll make you a hater, because if you do it to yourself, you're gonna do it to everyone else, and that's just gonna make your shit suck in general, because haters have shitty taste. Number three is to take advantage of short form. Now, I personally use YouTube Shorts, but like, let's not cap, like TikTok has crazy visibility. It's probably one of the best discovery tools for like any type of creative, freaking any kind of business right now. Anything, it's like one of the best discovery tools period right now, even for general information. The shit is crazy. That goes for short form in general, but I still think like TikTok has like top on that. I just say YouTube Shorts because YouTube, I'm just like exclusively using YouTube right now, which I've been talking about in like Discord and like various places here and there on the internet. And I'll eventually get back into other platforms, especially like Reels and definitely TikTok. I'm interested to get back into that. But for now, I'm just really locked in with YouTube. And so my recommendation would be YouTube Shorts. And I also have like a free lesson in my Discord literally teaching you how to edit YouTube Shorts. It's pretty dope. So check it out if you're interested in learning how to make content. And that brings us to number four, which is to build a community and a brand by creating content. It's just like the easiest way to connect with people and make them actually care about your music. Now, the thing about content is it's like so simple. It only has to be one of these three things, which is inspiring, educational, or entertaining. That was the other one. If it's one of those, it's gonna be good content. If it's more than one of those, is getting into the realm of great content. And if you hit all three, especially if you do that consistently, or even hit multiple, even if you hit one of them consistently, that's good. But if you start knowing how to nail both of them consistently, that's going to be good content, and that's going to make people care about you. And people who care about you are gonna fuck with your music. And then if your music is good, that's bonus points, because then you could put your music out in front of them in your content. That's just like another way to advertise your music without having to pay for ads and shit like that. And another thing you can do to get yourself out there that isn't like ad spend or anything like that is content collabs. Now, you can also do this with the music you release, but especially with content collabs. And that's why it's good to like just get into content creation in general, because like then you can do stuff with people who are coming up too with content creation, and that'll just like help you get more reps in content creation. But then also, as you build motion with content creation, you get access to other creators and stuff like that. Like, I was literally just with Kyle Beats like a couple months ago, and we were just like making content. Like, I wouldn't have that opportunity if I didn't have like a brand of like my own stuff, of like just doing content and stuff like that, if I didn't just do content on my own. And I actually been so busy with music and content doing other stuff that I had to pass on another opportunity to link with him recently. And it's just like, you don't have those kinds of opportunities if you're not even doing content in the first place. But then once you do get those opportunities, and even if it's like at the smallest scale, like if you have like 100 subscribers type shit, you should look for someone else to do like a little tutorial collab or a little cook up collab. Literally anything that you think is a good idea, just do content collabs. It'll help you get out there more. And then number 6 is find a community. Now, it's cool because there's just like a lot of communities online. You can find really dope ones on Discord and Reddit. And the thing about this is it's really just about like finding a good support system for yourself creatively. If you can find that IRL, like that's really good too. You definitely want to have that. I recommend getting that too. Like, that's pretty good, and that can be like a really important part of your your community, but then specifically just locking in with other people who are creatives so you can at least like be in the space, but then also exchange ideas with them. So like Discord is really good. If you want to check out my Discord, hit the link in the description below. I think it'll be the first link, I'm pretty sure. But then like literally any producer that you fuck with their vibe, they probably have a Discord. So you could just get in there and see if you fuck with that vibe too, just to be a part of a community so you can like really exchange ideas with like-minded people. That's really the key. And also have like a support system that you could like talk to and kind of like work out problems and troubleshoot your journey with. Number 7 is a cheat code. And so this is to start your own blog by building an email list. And this is cool because basically a lot of people say to get put on by blogs, especially if you're like underground and just trying to like build your own motion organically, and that's really helpful, is to get on blogs. But if you know how to build an email list, you could literally create your own blog and like literally have that mug on your phone and be able to like promo yourself whenever. Now your email list shouldn't just be like straight promo, because that's going to get annoying very quickly. It should be like mostly value, like 80% value, like 20% like promo. And even your promos, at least I try to do my promos as like, it's really just value. It's like, yo, like you're a part of the fam. I just dropped some new stuff. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Man, other times I'm really just giving people free stuff, giving people good information on how to grow as a producer, how to make better music, how to market, information about like new VSTs, just like a bunch of stuff like that. And then there's like deals and promos and stuff, but deals and promos can't be like the overwhelming majority of that. You got to think about it, because blogs don't just like promo stuff. They literally be talking about real stuff that be going on in music. So you got to like build your blog in a way that it talks about like topics that are related to your music and related to stuff you do creatively. And then you just plug yourself within your email list, because like naturally they're there because of you and the stuff you do. So it's not even like you're promoting yourself. You're literally just plugging yourself because you have to. It's like context type shit. Tip number 8 is another cheat code, and that's to just be yourself and make whatever you want. Like, and understand, especially with the internet, I think this is relative to think about in the context of the internet. Like, niggas are not themselves on the internet, to be honest. Well, that's not true, because a lot of people be genuine on the internet, but there also be a lot of people that put their worst foot forward. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, those types of people are not indicative of what people really are, and you have to remember that. So like, don't let them try to change what you do. If people give you like commentary of like, oh, you should change this, or oh, this sucks, like if they're trying to be really negative, there's a difference between like someone who's just trying to be a dick and someone who's trying to give you constructive criticism. So you got to develop a sense of being able to tell the difference between those things. But then no matter what, never let anything make you not be yourself, and never let anything make you not want to make shit that you want to make, because that's not going to be authentic. And you can't build anything as a producer if you're not going to be authentic type shit, at least not with the method I'm talking about. So whenever someone tells you something that makes you want to like change your whole flow up and try to like copy someone else to try to do something a certain way, just kind of tuck that and remember to stay true to yourself. Tip number 9 is to keep going. Like, one of the most important things is to just not stop, because a lot of good stuff as a producer happens, especially over time. And it's crazy because if you stop just short, you will literally lose out on opportunities. And there's so many cases of like me just like being so glad that I didn't stop short for something, because if I had stopped short like when I wanted to, like I would have missed it by like a day or like a week type shit. So it's kind of crazy, and the return you get is insane. And I'd be like, damn, I almost missed out on this. So you really got to keep going in general, but that's relevant if you're doing it part-time, if you're doing it for a hobby, or if you want it to be a career, or if it's already your career. You got to just keep going. It's kind of a war of attrition, and a lot of creatives kind of agree with that. It's like you literally can't lose. A lot of people be saying that you can't lose if you just keep going, and that's been true for a lot of people that I've observed, from the highest level to the lowest level, and it's definitely been true in my career. And the thing is, the more you go, the more you learn, and the more you stack your wins, and the more everything stacks. And then it just becomes like, well, then why would I stop anyway? It's like, damn, I'm really winning for real. So it's like, why would I stop? But the confidence to be able to do that every day increases as you keep doing it every day. It's one of those things that, like, especially if you stack that every day of just like, I'm gonna keep showing up every day, I'm gonna keep going every day, it really builds up, and it allows you to do everything else that I listed out. So let me know if you have any questions down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. I'm gone. Peace.